Hello everyone and welcome back to my opinion. The second ODI has come to a close. South Africa won this match with 4 wickets to spare. Let's get into this review video. Starting off with the playing 11s, I expected India to go unchanged. They did not make a change. For South Africa, there were 3 changes. Bavuma returned to the side, Maharaj in place of Brennan Subrayan, and Lungi Ngidi in place of Utnu Bartman. Now, Ngidi bowled well in this match, 151 in 10. In the previous match, Bartman bowled 10 overs, 2 for 60. And since the T20 World Cup, they haven't been selecting him much since that one match against England, which is why I feel he bowled well enough in the previous match to give him another opportunity, but Ngidi bowled well. And now in the India batting innings, he wasn't dismissed in the same way, but once again, a left-arm seamer to Yashasvi Jaiswal. It doesn't look like they'll be correcting this technique because we've seen in previous cases they haven't corrected techniques for players. He's not being beaten in his defense. He's being dismissed when playing an attacking shot, and I don't think they are going to correct this. Rutraj Gaikwad had said before, even if he had scored runs in the previous match, I feel when Shubman Gill and Shreyas said return, unfortunately Rutraj Gaikwad would not be starting. You saw how well he played both pace and spin in this innings. And I feel given the performances in domestic cricket, and unsurprisingly in this case, I feel for those who are saying he should be starting, and I think given how well he can play, the qualities that he's got, I think he should be starting. However, when Shubman Gill and Shreyas said return, the only way Rutraj Gaikwad can start is, well, if you've got Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Rutraj Gaikwad 4, Shreyas Iyer 5, KL Rahul 6, Hardik Pandya 7, and he has to bowl 10 overs. I don't think they'll go with that approach. And if they don't, then one of the top 6 has to sit out. So unfortunately, Rutraj Gaikwad, I think starting will be difficult. But if he does, I don't think anyone will complain. He played fantastically today. Virat Kohli, he's keen on playing the 2027 World Cup, a fantastic century, number 53. And in my view, I'll say this again, him and Rohit Sharma, they should be starting in the team in that World Cup. And we saw, as in the previous match, the finishing kick was not there as much. The one improvement was that KL Rahul at number 6 had to play outside of his comfort zone the previous match. In this time, I don't think the change should be based on entry point. I've said when Shreyas Iyer was in the team, 4 and 5 should be based on entry point. But I don't think number 6, KL Rahul, should not be batting at number 6. He's batting at number 5 no matter what. And in this case, whether it's because of the entry point, they sent him out at 5 and we saw it. And now on Ravindra Jadeja, there's been a lot of conversation as to whether he should be moved on from or not. And according to me, rather than moving on from a player of Jadeja's class who no one can replace, I will look to see what can be improved to get him back to where he can be. And according to me, there are 2 things. One, his bowling blueprint should be studied from 2023. I think 2023 was his best year as a white ball cricketer. He took 20 wickets in IPL 2023, and I think 20 wickets in the World Cup, and he played crucial knocks with the bat when he had to. And I think if you're comparing that bowling blueprint to this, if you study a difference in that, if he gets back to where he was in that year, I think it'd be fantastic as a bowler. And his technique, his batting technique against slow bowling. I've mentioned in the IPL where he takes 14 balls, according to me, to start attacking spin, and many times that's been proved correct exactly. And that's why I think he was okay against Corbin Bosch in his innings when he put pace on the ball, but not against Lungi Ngidi, who bowled slow deliveries. So if that technique is corrected, I don't know whether maybe you reference to 2021, people are saying with the bat, but to whichever year where that technique was, the blueprint was correct. If you've got Jadeja, the batsman, who is better against slow bowling, Jadeja, the bowler in 2023, you've got both those 2, then I think it'd be an MVP. So rather than moving on from someone who they cannot replace, I think the technique should be studied. Let's see if they do that. And now for South Africa's bowling, there's one thing I'd say they should correct. We've seen them do this in the past well, where yes, Ngidi bowled well, but Marco Jansen not bowling as an opening bowler, there's no point where he's someone who would get success bowling the new ball more than outside of the power play. And I think they've been doing this when Rabada has been included as well in the 11. I don't understand why. And both these matches, they've conceded 350. I don't think they should not bowl Jansen and Rabada up front. Ngidi is someone who bowls slow deliveries, and I don't think that Jansen should be moved back. And Andre Berger went off injured in the first innings, so I think Bartman will be back in the next match. And now South Africa's chase. I think the biggest positive in this chase was the way they faced this with partnerships. You saw where Malcolm scored a century, and as I've said before, I think I've got another view on where I think he should be batting. And I'd said Bavuma should step aside after this series, but he anchored the innings very well at number 3. Matthew Bretzker played a matured knock. Number 5, George Brevis, he played fantastically well. And I think the way that when one play was going, so when Brevis was playing the way he was, Matthew Bretzker played second fiddle, and Markham was going the way he was, Bavuma played second fiddle. So very well done to South Africa there. And for India, I know the excuse will be the dew came in and all those things. 358 runs, you should not be giving that in any case. And you're looking at the way India used their spinners, the 3 spinners being Kuldeep Yadav, an attacking spinner, Washington Sundar a defensive spinner, Jadeja defensive spinner. So why is Kuldeep Yadav only being introduced at the 16th over? I don't understand that. I thought it was defensive thinking because they thought we've got so many runs to play with. Let's just see if the others can pick up a wicket somehow, and then Kuldeep Yadav can be leisurely introduced. Defensive thinking, especially when Harshit Rana is a minimum 6.5 economy rate bowler. Prasidh Krishna, 7 and over economy rate bowler. The only bowler who can pick wickets and go for a lesser economy is Arshdeep Singh. So why are you not bowling your attacking spinner earlier, especially against a team like South Africa? I don't understand that when they'd rather face defensive spinners than your offensive spinner. So that's what I think India did wrong here. And now this takes me to the next match. I'll be suggesting improvements. If you're looking at the venue, Visakhapatnam, the trends here, the last 10 matches, only 10 matches have been played at this venue, ODIs. Batting first is yielded 3 wins, batting second 6 wins. The average first innings score 308, the average second innings score 270, the highest first innings score 387 for 5, highest chase 292 for 5, and the pace and spin wicket split 78 to 48. However, if you're looking at the type of victories that the 3 victories have yielded, you've got a team that's scored above 300, hasn't lost a match. There's been a tie between India and West Indies with 300, hasn't been chased down. And India against New Zealand scored 269. They won by 190 runs. A lot of the chases have been lower scoring chases. And if you're scoring 290, let's say, or West Indies have also chased 289 against India, where you're in that 50-50 stage where you can win all the opposition, you can chase it down, but above 300, you've not lost a match. So because of the previous match, if India, I hope they don't win the toss in this case, because you know what they're going to do after the previous match. I hope they don't win the toss so that they can bat first, they can score above 300, and they'll be in a very good position to win this match. I feel bowling first after the previous match, not reading the stats properly, I don't think that'd work out. And now the playing 11s, I think they'll make only one change where instead of Washington Sundar, KL Rahul will bat at number 5. They may bring in Tilak Verma or Rishabh Pant, but I don't think they'll go with 5 bowlers. I think they'll bring in Nitish Kumar. So in that case, Rohit Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Virat Kohli, Raj Gaikwad, KL Rahul, Nitish Kumar, Jadeja, Arshdeep Singh, Harshit Rana, Kuldeep Yadav, Prasidh Krishna. I don't have anything else to say about this for India because even if they play this 11, they'll have a good chance of winning provided they bat first, they don't go by what happened in the previous match where they should have defended that score. So I don't have anything else to say about India. And now for South Africa, I've made a positional change to this 11 because I think Markram is better off batting number 4. He was doing that in the World Cup. I think he's better off batting at number 4. Bavuma can open where you've got Bavuma, Quinton de Kock, Matthew Britsky, Aiden Markram, Tony. I don't think Tony Zoti, he may or may not play. Stuart Brevis, Marco Jansen, Corbin Bosch, Lungi Ngidi, Keshav Maharaj, or Neil Bartman. So Miller, when he returned, you'd think he'd bat at 5. And I think if Markram is dismissed early, it makes the side weaker. If Markram bats at 4 and you've got Bretsky, Markram, Miller, Dior, Brevis, then you've got the bowling all-rounders. It's batting depth and match-winning batsmen there. Bavuma can look to bat through the innings, and Quincy Cock can play a double role. So I think that's the combination that they should go with. I think this batting lineup looks much more imperious with Markram batting number 4 than if he opens. And I think Ingidi will retain his place. Ratnuban will play instead of Manjari Bhagat. So that is the combination there. And now in comparing the 11s, still I'd say because of the top 5, India have got an edge with the bat. So with the names that they have got, and they are still in very good form, they've scored 350 in both the matches. So I'm going with India to take the batting edge. Fast bowling, South Africa taking the edge. And I'd still say Kuldeep Yadav, Ravindra Jadeja, when compared with Keshav Maharaj, and then they've not got a second spinner, I don't think they'll bring in Pranal O'Brien. So because of that, India still go with an edge in this match and see what happens. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe, share with friends. This is my opinion. Watch yours.